So you may be wondering, what is this 10% maintenance coordination fee and what does that all include? I imagine you're probably thinking that when we say we handle maintenance, what happens is the tenants put in a maintenance request that their garbage disposal isn't working. And so we call our handyman and ask him to go over there. The handyman goes over there, he fixes it or he replaces it and sends us a bill, and then we pay the bill and we move on. Sounds really easy, right? We actually end up doing a lot more than that. We take maintenance very seriously because maintenance can get really expensive on your property, and we are here to save you money, right? So what happens when the tenant submits a maintenance request that the garbage disposal is broken? First, we're going to troubleshoot with that tenant. We have a list of different things that we're going to send to the tenant to ask them to check. Have you tried the reset button yet? Just different things like that. So we're first going to try to troubleshoot before we even send out a maintenance person. So the tenant does some troubleshooting. They get back to us and say, hey, I tried all this stuff. It's still not working. Then we're going to go ahead and dispatch our maintenance vendor. Let me tell you, we are so particular on who we are sending out to do maintenance at your property. We're not just going onto Google each time and finding the closest handyman that can come and do work on your property. They are thoroughly vetted. I would say I probably end up using about 1 out of every 20 maintenance vendors that I even talk to. I am just very particular on everything, but especially maintenance vendors, because we want to make sure that they're priced reasonably, they're going to do a good job on the work, of course, and they're going to be able to get to it in a reasonable time. Those are our 3 biggest things that we're looking for. And we also make sure that they're insured, they're presentable for your tenant, that they're professional, and all of that as well. So in the background, we are always constantly working on interviewing different maintenance people. But anyway, garbage disposal is broken. Tenant troubleshoot it, didn't work. So we do then go ahead and dispatch the maintenance vendor to go out. He will call and coordinate directly with the tenant. They schedule time. He goes out, he fixes it. Then he lets us know, hey, this is what was wrong with it. He will assess if it's something that was tenant caused. If he goes out there and pulls some chicken bones or Barbie dolls out of the garbage disposal, he's going to take pictures and he's going to let us know. That way we know that we're going to need to hold the tenant responsible for that maintenance call. And then we deal with that as well, of course, for you. But if he comes back and says, hey, it was just rusted out, it's old, it needed to be replaced, then, that's just something that happens. It's wear and tear on a property. And typically he'll take photos as well of anything that they fix. And we always upload that to the portal just so that we have record on that. So then they submit the invoice to us. We review that invoice. We make sure that everything was charged accordingly. Everything was fair. Sometimes we have to go back to the vendors and say, hey, this looks like it's a little bit too high. And kind of negotiate some rates down if it does look like it was a bill that ended up being a little bit too high, too much higher than normal. And speaking of the negotiation, we are always negotiating prices with vendors. Usually we are some of their biggest customers. So they're always going to provide us discounts. So I always tell people, even with that 10% coordination fee on there, you're still paying below what you would pay if you just went and Googled an HVAC contractor or handyman. So anyway, we get the bill and we go over that, we review it, and then we'll go ahead and pay the vendor out of your escrow account. So it's a little bit more than, just kind of the quick and easy steps. Like I said, we care about you, we care about your property, and we're going to make sure that the work is done correctly, and that then we can all just move on. So anyway, I hope that this helps you understand that coordination fee. And if you have more questions, please let me know. Thanks. Bye.